I've been talking, I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm an American Muslim, and my background is Palestinian and part Colombian as well. I'm able to speak 3 different languages, something that helps, you know, keep me unique and stand out. Today I'm going to talk about what hijab makes me feel like and what wearing hijab on SLU's campus makes me feel every day. I've been wearing the hijab, the Muslim woman covering veil, for about 9 years now, and it's been something I'm very proud of, something that I embrace every day. And as a minority on SLU's campus, it has made me realize many different things, good and bad. Of course, being different is not always something that people understand. So with my confidence that my parents raised me with, I was able to kind of, as a college student, embrace that and empower that every day here on campus and in my everyday life in the outside world. So wearing the hijab, it kind of brings people either closer to you or pushes people away. Thankfully, I would say I have made my best of friends here on SLU's campus solely because they have just come up to me and asked me, why do you wear that? When did you start wearing that? Why, you know, what part of Islam teaches women to wear this, you know, wearing hijab? And like I said, I've made the best of friends here on SLU's campus just because people have been open. And I tell people all the time that I'd rather you come and ask me questions. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to be offended, rather than listening to the stereotypes that lie within our social media. You know, Muslim women are not oppressed. That's the biggest stereotype out there right now. And for me, I tell myself each and every day, I am going to fight that stereotype for as long as it takes. And I think the most important thing is asking questions and being able to accept an answer, even if it's something that you don't believe in. And I mean, being on campus as a Muslim woman, you know, you do stand out, but it's not something that I'm ashamed of. It's something that has definitely empowered me. And we promote inclusion here on SLU's campus, you know, and I just feel that it's my duty as a Muslim woman and as an American woman to express who I am. And I am not going to stay silent, and I'm not going to listen to those stereotypes that lie within the social media. And yeah, I feel that the hijab is a beautiful thing. It's something that makes me unique, makes me stand out, but it also is something that reminds me each and every day the sole purpose of why I wear it, and it is to praise God and worship God. And there's so many things that can bring us together as human beings. You know, just because I do wear a scarf on my head does not mean that I don't have the same interests or likes as any other person. And yeah, for me, I tell people every day, you know, new and old friends, you know, always ask me questions. I'm not going to be offended. I'm not going to shun you away. I think Muslim women are empowered. They're not oppressed, and that's a stereotype that I think we're going to be fighting for a long time. And the only thing that is oppressing us is those who are saying that we're being oppressed. And whereas I feel strong, I feel the strength when I wear hijab and walk out every day wearing it. It's just a remembrance that I am Muslim and I am proud to be Muslim. And yeah. So when I talk about individuals viewing Muslim women as being oppressed wearing hijab, it is something that I believe many get confused with Western traditions. They think, you know, you're not living back home, you're not living in your country, go ahead and be free, show your body, you don't have to wear that on your head. Do what you gotta do, show that hair, show that body. And they don't really realize that a Muslim woman enjoys wearing the hijab. She's not oppressed, she's not being forced to do something that she does not want to do. And I just feel that it's been spoken about in SLU classes, or I haven't taken a class, but there's a class here at SLU, I believe, that discusses Muslim women in Islam and the empowerment of Muslim women in Islam, and it really teaches that Muslim women are empowered. And that's such a strong word for me, because every day I do feel protected. I feel that this scarf only provides protection for me, provides strength for me. And some of my friends, we call ourselves superwomen, you know? This is like a cape that every day, if we go outside without this on, we feel that we have lost all our powers. We have lost all of our strength and courage to be who we are. So, and thankfully, I mean, I have never felt targeted here on campus. I have never felt disrespected on campus. I feel that I do stand out, of course, but at the same time, it's something that really helps me grow as an individual, I would say. And there's no problem in wanting to learn and wanting to just ask me. And I think it makes me feel good when people ask me, why do you wear the hijab? Or what in Islam teaches you to wear the hijab? And I just feel that it's something so beautiful, that the beauty of a woman can be interpreted in many, many different ways. You know, the term modesty can be interpreted in many, many different ways. And hijab is one of them. Hijab is definitely something that Muslim women and Islam teaches, that the covering of a woman's body is so important in keeping her protected and keeping her, you know, strong with her identity. As a Muslim woman, I feel that every day I have to speak for the whole, if that makes sense. Whereas the example I always give is that we always have to be aware of our actions. As a, you know, being a Muslim woman who wears hijab, we all have bad days. But, you know, let's say that I go to the grocery store and I'm just having a really bad day and I lash out at the cashier. Oh my goodness, all Muslim women who wear hijab are just so angry and so mean. So we're always overgeneralized as Muslim women sometimes, that, or all Muslim women can't drive, or just general stereotypes where I feel like I constantly have to have a smile on my face. I constantly have to be happy and showing people, you know, this like image of all Muslim women are like this, and justifying it, where I'm only one person and I can only be that one person. I cannot speak for a whole, or, you know, identify as a whole. But in today's society, I'm feeling like being Muslim, you're just having to do that, you know, with the stereotypes that lie within terrorism, or, you know, these extreme stereotypes that are just from Fox and CNN, you know, in our constant days, that we're just feeling that we have to speak for a whole population, which is completely unfair. But it's something that I believe is a struggle that I am experiencing on a day-to-day basis. And it's something that, you know, hopefully with time and understanding, people will overcome, you know, this misunderstanding. And the best way possible I cannot emphasize more is that ask questions, you know, have an open mind and ask questions. And as Muslims and as a Muslim woman, I can speak only for myself. I enjoy that. I enjoy when people come up to me and ask me, you know, why do you believe this? Why do you, you know, just certain questions that just make me feel like you're willing to learn and understand, rather than using sources from the outside world, as in social media, news reports that really don't do Islam justice. I do feel that, I mean, in SLU's Oath of Inclusion, it's mentioned, you know, accept those who are different from you, accept those who have different beliefs and values. And I don't think it's practiced as much. I really don't think that people are going out of their way, out of this bubble, to open up to different cultures, different religions, different groups on campus. We're so, you know, secluded with our studies, with our what we already know, and we're afraid of what we don't know. We're really afraid to step out of our comfort zone and immerse ourselves into an uncomfortable environment. And that's just, as human beings, we need to fight that. We need to fight that comfort zone. We really need to tell ourselves, step out. You know, we're in college, we're college students, you know, this is once in a lifetime opportunity to take that privilege that we do have and learn about those who are oppressed, who are struggling in being a minority on SLU's campus, being a minority in St. Louis in general, and just letting people know that we are here, you know, letting our voices be heard. And I stated that in the past, I would say year and a half, maybe year, I felt that it has been a really tough struggle for me as a Muslim woman who wears hijab, and specifically due to, I was back home in Palestine last summer, so where all what happened with Gaza and Israel broke out, I was back home, and then I came back to the States, and the whole thing with Ferguson and the riots kind of broke out, and then from there you hear about the Charlie incident, and from there you heard about the North Carolina victims, who those 3 students of the university were shot and killed. You know, many people are saying it wasn't a hate crime. In my opinion, it was a straight up hate crime, and I felt that it was one thing after another. I felt this like closure and this anger and this frustration where I'm a Muslim woman who wears hijab. How am I going to face this world like this? And you kind of, after fighting so much, you kind of lose that strength, and you kind of lose that hope in like humanity, you know, where you get so tired of fighting, you get so tired of telling people, this is who I am, this is what I believe, and people are ignoring you, people are not listening. And as human beings, we get exhausted, we get tired mentally, physically, and I feel for me, for the past 1.5 years, it has made me stronger, but it's also made me weaker, you know, and that's just speaking the truth of being a human being, you know. And I just don't understand what makes individuals so different from each other, you know. Okay, we have different race, we have different cultures, we have different religions, but we forget the most important thing is that what brings us together is that we are human. We have feelings, we get angry, we get mad, we get frustrated, but we also get happy, we also are excited, we also love to be loved by another person. And if we all just understood the basic feelings of a human being and what it truly means to be respected and appreciated, I believe this whole world will be a better place. And it's something that I think we all need to work on, including myself, you know. And because I am nowhere saying that I am perfect and that I don't have underlying stereotypes within myself, but it's something that I wake up and tell myself every day, be a better person, be a better person. And I will continue to do that. And I think it is getting harder for minorities, and I can speak for the Muslim population, it is getting harder for us. We are living in fear, we are living in you know, and it's time where people hate Muslims and hate the religion of Islam, and whether it's, you know, it's society, and social media has a lot to do with it. And so I tell people, you know, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and do your research. Don't rely on, you know, Fox 2 News or CNN to give you the information, you know. Just honestly go open up a book. And putting that pressure on myself is needed, and I think it's my duty as a Muslim woman to voice myself, you know, voice for Muslim women, even though it shouldn't be needed. But at the same time, there are many Muslim women out there who are finding it hard at times in today's society to speak up and to speak about the empowerment of the hijab and what it has to offer. And I feel that reminding myself that I can be that person who makes that change in an optimistic way or in an empowering, strengthful way is something that kind of gets me going every day. And it's something I promise. I mean, I'm the oldest girl out of 4 girls, so I have 3 younger sisters, and I feel that I need to be their role model as well, you know. I give them the strength and this courage to be who you want to be, you know. And they're going to experience things in the real world that they really thought wasn't going to happen. And coming into college, it was a shocker. You hear things, you see things, everything is new to you. And so I think it's just having that balance between loving yourself as a person and letting others know who you are. So being a woman in today's society is already something that can hold you down, but being a woman, being Muslim, and wearing hijab in our society today can really put you down there. And so I'm constantly always questioning myself, you know, if I go in for an interview, are they going to like me? Or are they going to say, oh, because she wears a hijab, we're not going to hire her, because you're Muslim, you know, we just can't hire you. It's something that you kind of question every day. You know, I've had phone interviews, and people fall in love with you, and in my head I'm thinking, well, do they like me because I sound American? Do I sound white? You know, and it's that constant fear. Well, when I go into a face-to-face interview, are they going to be like, you're kind of, you know, only looking for this and this and this? And it's something that, of course, we have to live with, but it's something that I'm willing to fight and accept. Not accept that this is happening, accept the fact that I'm going to be constantly fighting this battle, and I will fight this battle until there is a change, until my voice is heard. And yeah.